I drove to Atlanta to pop up on somebody because they was not answering my phone calls. My name is Marcella and welcome to the Treehouse. Today is A. It is the Lion's Gate and it is extremely open. It is extremely strong. I kind of just wanted to share something with you guys. It's been like really heavy on my heart because when India Ivory said, "I am ready for love," but let's talk. I just kind of want to tell y'all a story. So I remember I was dating this guy. It was long distance. He lived in Atlanta, and of course I was here in Nashville, and so it was honestly absolutely amazing. When I say like we had like this whole schedule as far as how we traveled, I was scared to drive to Atlanta, but he would like make the drives. He would actually come get me, drive down there. I mean, there would be like roses in the front seat, like the whole 9 yards of everything that I really wanted, like just far as a relationship. And a bitch fucked it up. I fucked it all up. And I think the reason that now that I'm in a healed place and I can like talk about it, because talking about it used to be very embarrassing, but it's like now that I'm in a place that I can talk about it, I didn't know myself then when I was dating him, and he was actually the first relationship that I had in like 3 years. And so I fucked it all up because I did not know me. So it was a day where he was at work and I was calling him like back to back. He was not picking up, was not answering. And he finally answered, and I mean, I went off the roof. It was like, why you ain't answering? What the fuck you got going on? I mean, just, you know how us females, how we can be. And so I was doing all that yeah, and he was like, look, I am practicing for an audition during like my breaks. At the time when we were dating, he worked for Delta, and so like when there was no planes or anything for him to do, like he was genuinely like practicing for an audition because he was an aspiring actor. And I knew that. Did I know that he was practicing for the audition? No. But far as what he wanted to do and what his goals and his dreams was, I knew exactly what that was, because there was a time that I had went down there one weekend and he was actually doing like a short film, and so he allowed me to like be there, and I like seen him in like just his element. And I have to say, when you're really in love with someone and seeing someone in their authentic element of whatever it is that their heart desires, like whatever their dreams and goals is, like that shit is honestly like the biggest turn on. And so like I was seeing him in his element, and that was nice. So it's like I knew like what he was telling me was absolutely 100% correct. Like I knew it, but for some reason those insecurities, that overthinking, that everything was like, no, that's not what the fuck he got going on. Bitch, let's drive to Atlanta. So I drove to Atlanta. It's funny now, but it's embarrassing. I drove to Atlanta in 3.5 hours, and he was not at home. And so I sat outside his apartment until he got home. Why the fuck did I do that? I sat outside his apartment until he got home, and when he got home, like it was just right off the bat, get, like no warning, no anything that I was coming to Atlanta. It was just like pop up. Literally, I drove to Atlanta to pop up on somebody because they was not answering my phone calls. Saying that now sounds completely delulu. Like it sounds insane. It's embarrassing. It lit me up, but of course I kind of lashed out. The police were called. No, I did not go to jail. The police officer actually was another black man, and I think that's kind of what woke me up, was because when the police officer got there, he was just like, you know, you need to take your ass back to Tennessee because this is stupid. Like, this is dumb. And so he was just like, y'all need to get this shit together, you know, gave us our IDs back, whatever. I ended up staying. Like, the guy at the time, he allowed me to stay. You know, we kind of calmed down, we talked through it, you know, he made sure I was okay. And then the next morning I ended up driving back to Nashville, and he was checking on me throughout the time, making sure, you know, I was okay. And as soon as I got back to Nashville, like, let him know, hey, I made it home, instantly blocked. I was blocked, as I should have been. I don't even know now. Like, I was upset then because it was like, why would you block me? Why would you make sure I got home safe and then block me? Like, what the entire fuck? So I was completely devastated because I think at that moment I knew, you fucked this up. Like, you fucked this up. What every girl dreams of. Like, I fucked it all up. And so when I ended up getting back to Tennessee, you know, I was hurt. I went through this whole, like, in denial stage. I went through everything you can think of. Like, I was an absolute complete mess. And you would have thought I would have learned my goddamn lesson. But no, what did my ass do? I jumped right back into another relationship, thinking that relationship was going to heal me from what I had just went through. And those same insecurities, that same baggage actually drifted into the relationship that I jumped into, and we both had issues, and it was just like, it was a complete disaster. Now that I'm just at this place of where I went through therapy and I've figured out who I am, why I had those traits, why I did this, why I do that, why I may be depressed in this season, and learning me and learning what I like and really loving Marcella for who she is, it's like I'm at a place where I'm really wanting to date for real this time. Like, I'm wanting more, and with this being like 8/8 and the portal and things being open, it's just, I'm at a place where I'm really wanting to let God know, like, God, I thank you for healing me. I thank you for showing me who I am. I thank you for allowing me to go through this journey of loving myself, because to love me, to be with me, it's an honor. And I think, even think about on the relationship with the guy that was in Atlanta, like, I could see why you would block me, because you knew who, you know, he knew who he was, he knew what he wanted, he knew him, and it wasn't like, I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect me. Like, I'm not going to let you make me second guess who I am. Like, I'm not gonna go through all of this, because I know who I am, and he knew who he was. Like I said, he was on a path of pursuing his dreams and things like that, and here you come with all this extra, you know, after I allowed you to be in my space, I've allowed you to do that, and no, you gotta go. And so now that it's shifted, and now that it's what, post 6 years, and I am at that same place, I know where I want my life to be. I know what I want, and I don't want anyone to come in my life and I'm not picking up the phone and you thinking I'm with somebody and I'm literally over here painting or literally shooting a vlog. You know, like, you want people to come into your life and you want them to respect you, to understand you, to genuinely love you for you. And I want that for myself now. And no, I don't like what I did. I honestly don't like. Yes, I've apologized. Yes, we've had, you know, conversations or whatever, and I've accepted what I did, because people do need apology. You may think people may not need the apology for the fucked up behavior that you did, but people actually do need that apology, and I'm learning that myself. And so I'm wanting that soft girl era that I fucked up. I'm wanting that, because now I know that I'm in a place to where I can receive it. Even though I thought I was in a place of receiving it, I honestly wasn't. I was not in a place of receiving it. And now I'm in a place of receiving it. Like, I want to receive the flowers when you pick me up, and the dates, and all of that comes with it. Like, I want to experience your world. I want to know what you like, and I want you to know what I like. I want to have those conversations. I want a true soft girl, feminine era. And if I'm being honest with myself, I think because when that situation happened and then I moved into another relationship that was a lot of, I would say, mental abuse in that one, and then being in denial, because the guy that I jumped in the other relationship made it clear he didn't want me, but yet again I stayed, like some of us do, and changed myself a lot. I wouldn't do a lot of stuff. I wouldn't dress up. I wouldn't put on makeup because he would think that I was doing it for other people, and then I would stop so he wouldn't feel insecure about himself. Like, as women, sometimes we would double down ourselves to keep a person. And I even found myself doing that when I jumped into another relationship after the Atlanta situation. And so, like I said, now that I am in this place of, I honestly do love, like, dolling myself up, getting my nails done, getting my hair done. And I've been slowly trying to transition into getting back to that, because trauma and triggers will kind of not make you do that. But I honestly love that shit. Like, I love doing that for myself. I don't mind doing it for my man. What color you like? You know, like, what color you want the nails to be? I don't mind doing that, and I won't look at it now as someone trying to control me, or, you know, all the other different things that it comes with. Is because, like, I know that I want to attract positive energy. I want to attract somebody that really genuinely wants to be around me, someone that really genuinely loves me. Am I saying that I'm perfect? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do I still have the hiccups? Do I still have the times where I have to, like, remind myself, like, wait a minute, you losing focus. You need to, like, recenter yourself. Remember who you are. Remember what you like. Remember how you want to be treated. How you treat yourself is what you will attract. And that is a honest, true statement. How you treat yourself is what you will attract. If you treat yourself with low self-esteem, you don't care about yourself, you don't take baths, you ain't got no self-care routine, you disrespect yourself, you talk about yourself, you just have self-hate, you're going to attract that. And those people are going to do the exact same things that you're doing to yourself. Like, people treat you how you treat yourself. Literally. They treat you how you treat yourself. And I don't want to treat myself like that anymore. I deserve the world. Like, I deserve the world. And I also want to give someone the world. Like, I want to do that. I'm in a place where I used to want family. Like, I used to want a husband. I used to want all these things. And I let the shit go because I just didn't have the desire for it anymore, because I feel like I honestly couldn't get it after everything that I had done in the past. But now where I am, I want that shit. Like, I want it. And I am telling this to God because I remember when I had my miscarriage before I had my son, in the relationship that I was in after the Atlanta situation. And I remember walking the floor in my old apartment crying to God, like, you don't love me. Because why would I pray for something, you give it to me, and then I lose it? You don't love me. You don't love me, God. And I remember walking my floor and crying and talking to God. And I start building myself up. And I actually can say I manifested my son. I wanted my son. And what I started doing, to others it's called delulu, but to me it's called walking in it. Like, I'm a true believer now. You gotta walk in what you want. And I remember walking into my apartment, and I would walk in there. Mind you, I lived by myself, and I would be like, hey baby, what you want to eat? What you want to do? How was this? Come here. Come give mama this. Like, if someone was to walk in my apartment at the time, or if the neighbors could hear me, they would probably think I need a fucking straitjacket, like in an institution or something, because I was literally acting it out. And I know that sounds crazy, but you have to really create the life that you want. And that is kind of where I am. I want that life. I want the husband. I want the help from a man. I want a man around. I want a man to love my son the way that he loves me, because he is a part of me. I prayed for that, and I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I am at a place that I'm like, God, the desire of my heart now is to love another human the way that you love me. And I promise this time, God, I'm not going to mess it up. You know, I'm going to be gentle with them. I'm not going to be, you know, ignore red flags, none of that. But I want to experience life with someone. I want my son to see a home where there is two parents, there is a mother, there is a father. He sees a healthy dynamic. And I'm not saying that my son doesn't see that, because he gets it. He does have a dad that is present, and I thank God for that. He has a dad that is present. But I want him to see two parents in the household. I want him to see the structure of how a man treats a woman. You know, yes, I'm doing a great job by myself as a single mother, but I'm not scared to say what I want anymore. And I'm just asking God, and I'm speaking this for myself, that the next time it's going to be with me and my husband. It's going to be with the ring on my finger. It's going to be my husband pouring into me, helping me with my dreams, helping me with my desires. It's going to be me doing the same for him. It's going to be us vlogging together, taking trips with us as a family, doing everything that my heart truly desires. And I want love, and I am not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to scream it loud. A bitch wants to be loved correctly, and I want to love someone correctly. So that's just kind of where I've been lately, is moving in that and having a better standard and setting a boundary of, this is what I want. I'm not taking less of anything. I'm not just being with people just because I'm desperate and by myself and lonely, because I've done that before. Like, oh yeah, I don't know how to be by myself, let me just be with somebody just because. No, like, I know what it feels like to be alone, and being alone is not a bad thing. So don't let people tell you being alone is boring, because when you get to a point that you want to be in a relationship, that honestly is a big step, because I'm making a sacrifice to share my life with you, to share my world with you, to share things with you. I'm ready for it, and that is what I'm just asking the universe for. That's something that I want to share with you guys, is that that's just what I'm asking it for. Like, it makes me smile when I think about it, because I think of future. I think of it. I'm wanting it. Like, come to me. Am I going to be out here like trying to control it? No. I want it to flow. But in order for it to come, you have to be in a place of receiving. And I'm just telling God, I am ready for what you're sending to me. And I know that when you send it to me, I will be able to know that it's you. It won't be anything that I force. You know what I'm saying? It won't be none of that. So that's just kind of where I am on this Lion's Gate, this 888 portal, because it's very powerful today. And I've been setting my intentions on, I know he can do it because he did it before. Like, my son is a prime example, and I'm going to keep saying that. My son is a prime example, okay, of God can give you the desires of your heart. And in the midst of me praying for him, my desires and my faith was smaller than mustard seed, okay? Now it's like, God, do your big one. Do your big one, God, because I know you can. And I'm going to do my part, and that's just walking in it. That's it. So that is it, honestly, for Treehouse Therapy, okay? When you watch this, the Lion's Gate will still be open, and I am encouraging you to manifest, to pray, to write it out. Like, writing it out allows you to see it, you to read it, you to get it in your spirit, and it to happen, okay? Because it can happen. I'm telling you, it can happen. So just know the next time, I don't know how many months it's going to be, I don't know how many days it's going to be, but the next time there's a video, like, just know we'll be talking about what God did, because I trust him that much. Real big God. Trust him that much. Like, I am a creator because I come from a creator, okay? So I can create the life that I want, and that's that on that. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching and sharing my videos and sitting here with me and listening to me talk. Okay, thank you for tuning in to Treehouse Therapy. Y'all have a good rest of the day, rest of the week, whatever day you're watching this, night, morning, whatever. And just let your light shine and just be you. I love you.